Imagine a man who from childhood knew only two things: stroke and poverty. He grew up with the belief that the world valued only strength and fear. Years later, he stood at the peak of power, able to erase his enemies from the historical photograph and change the map of the world. But behind each of his achievements, there were suppressed screams, buried corpses, and a question: what is the true price of an empire built on fear? Joseph Stalin, 1878 to 1953, was born into poverty in Georgia, the son of a drunkard father who often beat him. His mother sent him to the seminary to become a priest, but there he discovered the writings of Karl Marx. Stalin saw religion as a tool of control and chose revolution as his path. After the 1917 revolution, Stalin was not a charismatic leader like Lenin or Trotsky. Its strength lies in bureaucratic efficiency and the absence of mercy. He occupied a strategic position as General Secretary of the Communist Party, systematically exiling and removing all his rivals, including Trotsky, who was eventually killed in exile, building an empire with blood through the 5-year plan and forced collectivization. Stalin transformed the Soviet Union from an agrarian state into an industrial giant. However, the cost was a mass famine Holodomor that killed millions of peasants, especially in Ukraine. The Great Purge and culture of terror, Stalin's paranoia culminated in the Great Purge 1936 to 1938. Hundreds of thousands of soldiers, intellectuals, and even party loyalists were accused of being enemies of the people, tortured, executed, or sent to Gulag labor camps. He created a compliant society through media manipulation, censorship, and the erasure of history. After making a secret agreement with Hitler, the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact, Stalin was surprised when Germany invaded in 1941. However, his ruthless leadership, with a policy of not taking a single step back, helping to win the Battle of Stalingrad. After the war, he formed the Eastern Bloc and sparked the Cold War. By the end of his life, Stalin became increasingly paranoid, even accusing his personal doctor of conspiracy. In 1953, he died alone after a stroke, as his guards were too afraid to check on him. His death reveals a dual legacy, a superpower built on the suffering of tens of millions of souls. Stalin was the architect of terror and transformation. He proved that absolute power could be achieved through systematic fear, but also showed that such a legacy was fragile and that eventually, even the Steel Man was subject to the solitude and paranoia he created himself.